So if you clicked on this video, you're probably trying to decide between the Sonicake Pocket Master or the Line 6 Port Express. This video, I will go over what the differences are, what the similarities are, what are the things that actually make sense about one and doesn't make sense about the other, the value, the difference, and is there any difference in sound quality? Let's talk about it. Hi, my name is Dami. I'm a guitar player and an audio engineer and everything in between. And on this channel, I do gear reviews and all this great stuff. Now, I've had the Port Express now for a while, a little over 6 months, getting closer to a year now. I've had it since launch. And one unique thing about this is, one, the size, how we're able to just power AAA batteries, or AA batteries rather. And even though I use rechargeable batteries, if you're not on that wagon, you should be there. And the amount of effects, and to have that HX family of amps modeling that just sounds ultra good and responds perfectly, at least to the best that technology can afford for today. I mean, this is one of the best sounding modelers system baked into this tiny piece of device, the same you have in the Helix, and it was derived from that, and it sounds absolutely great. You have a lot of options here. You have the Dumble sound, you have the Princeton sound, you have a Marshall sound, and you have all that. You have reverb, delay, mod, which is chorus, flanger, phaser, and tremolo, and you can control everything from device. You don't need another device to connect to it. It just goes standalone. You have one input in. You have you can extend this with an expression pedal or with another full switch to do control for your presets, and you have a stereo out, and you also have a headphone jack out, and you have a analog control over here. If you've not seen my old video about the Port Express, you can go check them out on the channel. I'll leave a link in the description as well. So now this is very useful, very easy to use, and a couple of months after it was released, Latency dropped an app that you can just connect this to your phone or to your iPad or to your computer, and you can do edits and create your own presets, and you can be good to go on the fly. It sounds great, it works great. I've played multiple tracks with this, I've traveled with this, I've played a 7,000 arena with this, capacity arena with just this and a guitar, and I didn't lose nothing. I was able to replicate my sound. I've used this in sessions where people thought I brought my whole pedal board, and I was able to deceive my bands that I was using my old pedal board, whereas I just had a Port Express and they couldn't tell the difference. All I had was a volume pedal and I was good. I could do all my swells, I could do my ambient stuff, and I could do my overdrive stuff, and it's been great. And it takes pedal nice. Sometimes I use it as just an amp in a box type of vibe, so you can have your overdrive and all your effects just going to these and using this as your amp and cab, and that works well. A couple of months later, Sonicake came out with a Pocket Master. Now this became a game changer. It's portable, it's tiny, it's small, it's a full color screen. You can control it with the knob thing. You have USB-C outright, and it has a battery inbuilt, so you can power it. And with another update, you can now load amp captures into this device, so you can capture your amp from somewhere else and load it in here, or just download a captured amp and have it as real as it has a couple of effects. You have your effect chains as well. It sounds great. You have your drive, your amp. You can load impulse responses here. You can change preset with these two buttons. You also have a dedicated in tuner. It has a 1 in and 1 out. This doubles as a 1/4 inch out and a headphone out as well, so you can have that. Also, you have a USB for charging, and you have another USB for connecting to computer for software updates and all that good stuff. And that's about it. So from that little description, you can already get the differences between these two gears, and you can already tell where one is lacking and one is not. The first thing that comes out is the fact that the number of outputs is quite different. This is stereo, is not stereo. This is stereo. It has a dedicated headphone amp out, and this doesn't. You have to use the same output as your headphone, and that might not be a big deal to a lot of people. For someone like me that likes to capture my guitar separately or monitor my guitar sometimes on stage, this will be really helpful. Sending this to the front of house or sending this to my recording and then just plugging an headphone or an external recorder into that just works well for me. One more thing, this doesn't have an 9-volt power input. This does. So everything about this just sets you up to use it with your pedal board. It's just something that's amazing about this one. They just want your pedal board to utilize the best of this one. This doesn't have that power. It has USB-C, and good luck with getting some USB-C power in your pedal board. I mean, it's possible now with some power supplies and all that good stuff, but right now, I think if you're looking for a pedal platform, this works. For something on your desk to use, this works. It can also come on your desk as well if you do the MagSafe mod like I did here. Another thing that this beats the Port Express with is Bluetooth compatibility. So you can connect this to the app or connect this to your phone and stream music into here and then have it practice. You cannot do that. You cannot do that with this guy. It doesn't have Bluetooth. There's no wireless connectivity whatsoever. You have to rely on USB cables to actually make those changes. These you can connect to the app without connecting any cable to the headphone. To the piece of device here, and you can just pop it in and connect it to your phone with Bluetooth, or even stream music and play music from there in here. And yeah, and just enjoy yourself and play live. So which one will be a better one? Well, it depends. I found myself using this way more than my Port Express for some reason. Number one, the fact that it just has a better user interface. There's no user interface here. Oh, sorry for that. There's no user interface here, and this has a user interface. It's kind of better when you have, and you can see what you're actually playing. You can actually know what preset you're playing on, and you can actually make changes on the fly. Not a big deal with this one because you can always connect it to the app and make changes, or if you need to make changes, you can actually do it here and adjust your presets and adjust your parameters right here on here. The LED does a great job, so if you don't care, it doesn't matter. I'm more of a visual person and I'm really spoiled. That's why I will pick this over. In terms of preset changing, they're pretty identical. Tuner, very identical, except that you have a whole display on top of this one when it comes to, picking your tuner and all that good stuff. They were made of plastic, durable plastic, not really, it's as far as, longevity goes, I think this might be a better option just because, these are AAA batteries. You can always change it. You will need to loosen these up and find the exact battery to, if the battery dies on you, you might need some help getting this battery replaced. With this, you don't have that problem. I do have some concerns with how flimsy the back case on this is, but it's not a big deal. You can see my MagSafe mod here. I'm probably gonna pull one of these. This just helps me slap these on my desk when I'm recording, and it just makes my workflow easier. I think I made a video about that. You can check that out in the description as well. So that's about it. You can recharge this and just take it on the road with you. I have used it for around 4 hours before it died. I'm not sure what the official timing is, but I used it for after 4 hours of just jamming and playing all through it. I finally got it to die on me. It might be longer. For this as well, I think I've used it for around similar time with the AAA battery fully charged. I think I used it around 4 to 5 hours, and it lasted that long on a trip that I was on and in the hotel room, and just practicing and learning songs and learning parts and just getting things around. And I've not used this on stage yet, but I've recorded a track with it. I have a small setup with this and a small MIDI player. I'll do a video on that, how to create music on the road with small minimal equipment and all that good stuff, and I'll document that with you guys. Now this is where the difference is very clear. Price. Now this will set you back around $65, which is around half the price of what this is. This right now is still going for like $159 or $169 depending on where you look. You can see them on sale for like $155, $150. The lowest I've seen these on the market is around $130, and I've seen these around $55, $65. Depending on where you're looking and what coupon you have. For the price, I think this guy wins over. You can get a deal on these on the used market, or B stock deal stuff, which is what I go for most times, but this guy will win anytime in terms of what you're getting for your buck. The fact that you can load amp captures in here, and they sound great. Like, they sound really good. I've used it with headphones. Again, I've not used it in live settings, but I've used it on headphones and I've recorded the sound. It just sounds good with it. And the amp models here, they're pretty good. They're decent. They're not they're not flimsy at all. Like you can tell the difference between both of them. The algorithms are great. They are interpreting your sounds. The response is good, especially with the amp captures and all that good stuff. So will I recommend this over this? I'll say yes and no. Sonicake they're not really new. I've had pedals from them for the last couple of years, so they're pretty decent. They are very reliable with their gears, and they're always updating their softwares, which makes it very easy to use. This has lower chances of failure, of you accidentally bumping into things and do stuff. This looks like you might just get lost on stage because it doesn't have that presence. And if you have a pedal board, it might be hard to kind of top these on the pedal board without having difficulty pressing and changing presets and all that stuff. This, on the other hand, is built like a pedal, like a real pedal. So if you have a pedal board and you just want to incorporate this into your pedal board, it's freaking easy. Slap it in, put some Velcro on it, slap it on your pedal board, and it works just like any other pedal. This, it's not meant to be on a pedal board. Just like the name, it's a Pocket Master. It's an all-in-one solution that you can take to places. So it depends on what your scenario is and how you're using it. If you're gonna just jam on your table, in your desk, in your car, on a road trip, in a hotel room, this works. But if you're looking for something to put on a pedal, I recommend the Pod Express. It does what it does well. I've seen a couple of guys. We actually have a group on Facebook. I'll leave the link in the description. I've seen a lot of pictures and videos of guys using this as a whole pedal or as an amp solution, just the same way I did. Plug this to a power cab and you're rocking and going. Put a little delay here. They have pretty decent reverb as well. It has way better effects compared to this. This has great effects as well, but I think the amps are way better on here and the effects are way better on here. The amps are very similar, and yeah, so it depends on how you decide to process or how your own use scenario is. So if you're running gun and you need something on your board or you want to be stepping on it on the floor, I recommend the Pod Express. If you want something, just on the desk, and I would recommend this. And yeah, that's about it. Thank you for listening to me, Ram. I hope I've been able to help you decide which one to get and which one not to get. If you have any questions, let me have them in the comment below. And remember, don't stop creating. You make the music, not the gear.